17 subtle signs he wants to break up with you. The signs he wants to break up with you are never as obvious as a scream. They're more like silent whispers that you can't catch onto unless you listen closely. If you've been wondering whether your boyfriend is serious about you or if he wants to break up with you, this is the perfect video for you. Sometimes effort and love simply aren't enough to keep someone by your side, but they can drive someone away. I know that it sounds comical, but it's the truth. Your boyfriend might be going through a change in behavior that you have noticed, or he's simply been distant with you and you want to know why. You can't seem to find an actual reason for his behavior, so you end up doing the only reasonable thing: looking for signs he wants to break up with you. Before we go to the video, for more similar content, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any further videos. Number 1. He suddenly doesn't have time for you. You and your boyfriend would spend hours and days just in each other's company, but recently it hasn't been that easy. He always finds a reason for why he can't spend time with you. In the beginning, his reasons were reasonable, like one of his friends or family members needed help with something. Recently, he's been straight up avoiding you. Whenever you plan a date or simply time for each other, he ditches you for the stupidest reasons he can come up with. This is a sign he wants to break up with you because he makes all of these excuses to simply stop being around you. He doesn't even put effort into organizing dates like he did before. You can see the shift in his behavior. You feel lonely and left to fight on your own. Number 2. You're not a priority to him anymore. This goes hand in hand with the previous sign we talked about. It doesn't matter what kind of problem you might have, it's just not his priority to make you feel better. This is a huge sign he wants to break up with you. He doesn't even try to hide the fact that you've stopped being his priority. He just goes out of his way to not be there for you. Everything seems to be more important. Even helping his friend with his car or playing video games is more important than consoling you about an issue. Whenever you ask him to do something for you, he just brushes it aside or tells you that he'll get to it later. Spoiler alert, he never does. Number 3. He keeps forgetting important dates. Of course, you can forget your monthly anniversary. It happens to the best of us. Monthly anniversaries are an important thing in the relationships. Yearly anniversaries are even more important. So what does it mean when he continues to forget these dates? To put it bluntly, he doesn't think about them anymore. He stopped thinking about these things in general, so when they come up, he either has to rush to make last-minute plans or doesn't do anything at all. This is a clear sign he wants to break up with you. It's even worse if he forgets your birthday. Then it's your turn to break up with him. You don't forget something that important. Number 4. He gets irritated when you ask for attention. Did you stop him at the door when he wanted to go out with his friends again to ask when you two are going to spend the evening together? Did he get extremely irritated by the fact that you wanted attention? If it's something that has just been occurring recently, it can be a sure sign he wants to break up. He doesn't want to spend time with you or give you attention, so he ends up leaving you alone. You are always available when he wants to spend time together, but it's mostly when he needs something from you. You stopped getting attention from him a long time ago. Number 5. He stopped asking for your opinion. We are all our own person, so we are able to do things on our own without having to ask for our partner's permission for anything. But that isn't the same thing as asking your partner for their opinion. He didn't mention the haircut he was getting nor the new car he was buying. He stopped asking for your opinion so suddenly that you didn't even know what happened. It just started becoming obvious when he started to value other people's opinions more than yours. This is a very clear sign he wants to break up with you, because your partner should value your opinions on important topics in his life. Number 6. He stopped mentioning plans for the future. Making plans for the future with your partner simply gives you a sense of security. It makes you believe that your efforts mean a lot to him. If your partner suddenly stopped mentioning plans for the future, it means that he stopped thinking about them. It's hard to hear it, but your partner probably doesn't see you together in his future anymore, and he simply doesn't know what to do about it. Before his change in character, he would always talk about your wedding and your life together. You were making plans about having children and purchasing your house together. Of course, you'll realize when he stops mentioning things like this. Number 7. He notices other women more often. You and your boyfriend have always appreciated a beautiful woman, but before it was mostly you who noticed them. Now he's starting to notice them more and more often. He comments on other women when they walk by. You can see his eyes checking out other women more frequently. Even when you peek over his shoulder to see what he's doing on his phone, you see him scrolling through his timeline in countless female pictures. You've even caught him commenting on some of those photos too. How long will this go on until we see it as a sign he wants to break up? Number 8. He compares you with other women. The same man who swore that you were the most perfect woman in this world is now comparing you with other women. He sees your flaws and points them out without a hint of regret in his voice. He does this so often now that you've become conscious of these things yourself. You have started comparing yourself with other women before he even gets a chance to say anything. If he never did this before but is now starting to compare your every flaw with another woman, it's a sign he wants to break up with you. He's clearly making you insecure, but he doesn't seem to care. Number 9. He isn't physically intimate with you anymore. Showing your partner physical affection is a crucial part of your relationship, so a lack of it is obvious. If he is stopping intimate with you in any kind of way, it's not a good sign. Either he's finding someone else to satisfy his needs, or he's really trying to avoid you. I am so sorry to be this blunt. I know that it hurts. Sometimes the signs are all there, but we choose to ignore them. This gets even more obvious in the way he doesn't hold your hand in public anymore, or in the way he stopped hugging you and kissing you in general. Number 10. He avoids all confrontation. In a healthy relationship, confrontation isn't about who gets the last word in, but about helping the relationship grow. What happens when he avoids all types of confrontation is that the relationship becomes stagnant. He doesn't see value in conflict anymore and simply runs from it. You will see this in the way he just brushes off your concerns and doesn't want to talk to you about the issues in your relationship. This is a very clear sign he wants to break up because he doesn't want to put effort into your relationship anymore. So the next time he avoids confrontation about something that is important to you, you know why and you can try and talk to him about it. Number 11. He starts hurting you verbally. You can't tell me that your loving and caring boyfriend decided to start throwing insults your way just because of a bad day. If he starts hurting you verbally, it's a sign he wants to break up with you. He never did it before, so you're wondering what brought on this kind of behavior. You can't seem to say the right thing, do the right thing, or wear the right thing. He always has something to say that instantly breaks your heart. This won't just occur in the comfort of your home. He will find any and every reason to put you down when you're with your friends as well. He might want you to make the first move and break up with him for this behavior. Number 12. If you have stopped being friends, it's a sign he wants to break up. It's extremely important to be your partner's best friend and vice versa. Besides the couple stuff you do, you can also act like your best friends. You can play games and laugh until your stomach hurts. Being friends with your partner can only deepen the love you feel for each other. Have you been noticing that he has been super distant to the point where you don't see the friendship in your relationship anymore? All you do right now is the usual stuff couples do, like go out on dates, buy gifts, and be intimate. You don't talk to him anymore and the video game nights are forgotten. Number 13. You don't trust him anymore. It's not that he has done something for you to lose your trust in him, but rather an unexplainable feeling. He doesn't tell you where he's going anymore, or he's very vague about it. He's even stopped telling you with whom he's going out and how long he'll be, so this can be a sign he wants to break up. You can also lose your trust in him if he constantly hides his phone from you. Has he ever done that before? You and your partner should be very open about everything with each other, but you see him hiding things from you. I mean, you have been together for some time now and you can see when he's trying to keep things from you. Unless he wants to break up, there is no other reason to be doing this. Number 14. He spends more time on his phone than talking to you. Your partner was someone who used to spend most of his time talking to you. He was never the type of person to get his phone out if you were spending quality time together. As of late, that has not been the case. Even if you're out on a date, he continues to use his phone without even having a reason. He just mindlessly scrolls through his phone for ages, not even remembering your presence. He looks bored and your heart is broken. This is a very subtle sign he wants to break up with you. Number 15. If he stopped telling you that he loves you, it's a sign he wants to break up with you. I know that words aren't as important as deeds, but words of affirmation that will give you a feeling of security in your relationship are something else. Your partner needs to tell you he loves you because that will make you feel better. If he hasn't missed a day without telling you at least once daily that he loves you and has now stopped, it's a problem. Or does he only say it back when you say it first? Yeah, you should really think about when and how often he tells you he loves you. It's something extremely important. It's not something you forget. Number 16. He talks about life without you. Whether he's talking about his life before you or what if we broke up scenarios, he's still talking about a life without you. He's actually considering what it would be like to not have you around. This is a way of analyzing whether he'll be okay without you in his life. He is considering it, and it's obvious. Even just considering single life again can be detrimental to your relationship, and if he's talking about it, he's very serious. It's a clear sign he wants to break up with you or is seriously considering it. Number 17. You have more bad days than good ones. In any type of relationship, be it friendship or romantic, there shouldn't be more bad days than good ones. If you two are fighting and are constantly bickering about everything, it's not the relationship you should be in. You can see that he is considering breaking up with you if you fight all the time, and he doesn't put in any effort to make things better between you. He just continues to fight with you. The only thing you can do is try to talk to him about this and not let things escalate. If he doesn't want to stay, you can't really force him to, and it's better if he leaves sooner rather than later. It will just continue to hurt more if you don't confront him about what's happening and all the things you've been noticing. It's better this way, for both of you.